Hello everyone. In this session, we will cover 20 MCQs with explanation from the topic Education in Ancient India, Pre-Vedic, Post-Vedic and Medieval period, which is very important for your DSC preparation. Let's get started. Your first question is, in the pre-Vedic period, education was primarily secular and institutional, religious and informal, technological and formal, scientific and organized. Your correct answer is religious and informal. In the pre Vedic era, before Rigveda, education was closely tied to daily life and nature. It was informal, oral, and passed through observation and participation in religious rituals. Next question. Which language was predominantly used in Vedic education? Pali, Sanskrit, Prakrit, or Tamil? Your correct answer is Sanskrit. Sanskrit was sacred language of the Vedas. All hymns, mantras, and philosophical discussions were composed and transmitted in Sanskrit during the Vedic period. Next question. What was the primary aim of education during the Vedic period? Preparing for employment, spiritual development and character building, scientific advancement, or political leadership training? Your correct answer is spiritual development and character building. Education focused on spiritual growth, moral discipline, understanding of dharma, and self-realization. The ultimate goal was moksha, not employment or worldly success. Your next question is, which of the following was a famous center of learning during the post Vedic period? Nalanda, Ayodhya, Takshashila, or Benares? Your correct answer is Takshashila. Takshashila was a prominent university like institution in the post Vedic period. It attracted students from all over India and abroad. It taught subjects like medicine, law, military science, and philosophy. Next question. In the Vedic system, the teacher was known as Acharya, Ustad, Maulvi, or Guruji. Your correct answer is Acharya. An Acharya was a learned teacher who imparted Vedic knowledge to students. Next question. Which stage of life was associated with formal education in ancient India? Vanaprastha, Grihastha, Brahmacharya, or Sannyasa? Vanaprastha is retired stage, retired life. Grihastha is household stage. Brahmacharya is student stage. Sannyasa is renunciation stage. Your correct answer is Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya was the first of four ashramas, stages of life, dedicated to education and celibacy. A student called Brahmachari lived in the Gurukula and studied under the guidance of a teacher. Next question. In medieval India, education under Muslim rulers was imparted mainly through viharas and gurukulas, pathshalas and tolls, madrasas and maktabs, ashramas and temples. Your correct answer is madrasas and maktabs. Maktabs were primary schools attached to mosques, and madrasas were higher education institutions. They taught Islamic theology, law, and sometimes secular subjects like mathematics and medicine. Who among the following established madrasas for higher learning in medieval India? Akbar, Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Alauddin Khilji. Your correct answer is Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak, the founder of the Delhi Sultanate, established several madrasas to promote Islamic learning and train scholars in religious and administrative duties. Next question. Which of the following best describes the method of instruction in ancient Indian education? Lecture based teaching, project based learning, oral transmission and memorization, use of printed textbooks. Your correct answer is oral transmission and memorization. The Shruti tradition, heard knowledge, emphasized memorizing sacred texts. Students learned by listening to recitation, repeating verses, and internalizing content without written materials. Next question. In ancient India, the system where students lived with the teacher was known as Pathshala system, Gurukula system, Ashrama system, or Maktab system. Your correct answer is Gurukula system. In the Gurukula system, students lived in the teacher's household, followed strict discipline, helped with chores, and learned through close personal guidance in a holistic manner. Next question. The Chinese scholars First King and Xuanzang visited ancient Nalanda University during 5th century, 7th century, 10th century, or more than one of the above. Your correct answer is 7th century Common Era. Both First King and Xuanzang visited Nalanda University in the 7th century Common Era, documenting its prominence as a center of Buddhist learning. Next question. Nalanda University in ancient India was renowned center of Buddhist learning, Brahminical learning, Kshatriya learning, or Jain learning. Your correct answer is Buddhist learning. Nalanda was one of the world's first residential universities and a major center for Buddhist studies. Next question. In ancient India, the eligibility criterion in respect of age for students seeking admission to Takshashila University was set at 22 years, 20 years, 18 years, or 16 years. Your correct answer is 16 years. Students typically joined Takshashila University at the age of 16 after completing their basic education. Next question. Which of the following was a significant characteristic of knowledge transmission during the pre Vedic era? Emphasis on practical skills for agriculture, reliance on oral tradition and memorization, development of a written script for learning, focus on artistic and creative expression. Your correct answer is reliance on oral tradition and memorization. In the pre Vedic era, knowledge was transmitted orally with a strong emphasis on memorization techniques. Next question. What type of educational institutions began to emerge during the post Vedic period in India? Large universities with diverse faculties, specialized vocational training centers, formal institutions known as Gurukulas, monasteries focused solely on religious studies. Your answer is formal institutions known as Gurukulas. The Gurukula system became prominent in the post Vedic period, where students lived with their teachers to receive education. Next question. What major cultural influences significantly impacted education during the medieval period in India? Introduction of Western scientific methods, establishment of Islamic educational institutions, spread of Christianity through missionary schools, rise of regional languages in education. Your correct answer is establishment of Islamic educational institutions. During the medieval period, the establishment of madrasas and maktabs under Islamic rule significantly influenced the educational landscape in India. Next question. What was the primary language of instruction in the formal educational institutions of post-Vedic period? Pali, Sanskrit, Prakrit, or Tamil? Your correct answer is Sanskrit. Sanskrit was the primary medium of instruction in ancient Indian educational institutions during the post Vedic period. Next question. Which of the following text gives detailed accounts of duties of teachers and students in Vedic education? Manusmriti, Rigveda, Upanishads, or Dharma Sutras? Your correct answer is Dharma Sutras. The Dharma Sutras laid down rules for various aspects of life, including Gurukula norms, duties of teacher and student, daily conduct, and moral discipline. Next question. The Upanishadic system of education emphasized which type of knowledge? Empirical and observable knowledge, mundane and practical skills, Paravidya, spiritual knowledge, over Aparavidya, worldly knowledge, mathematical and scientific reasoning. Your correct answer is Paravidya over Aparavidya. Upanishad classified knowledge into Paravidya, that is spiritual, eternal, and self knowledge, and Aparavidya, worldly or scriptural. True learning was considered to be that which leads to Brahmajnana, knowledge of ultimate reality. Next question. Which ancient Indian university was renowned for the Buddhist learning and had international students? Your options are Vallabhi, Ujjain, Takshashila, or Nalanda. And the correct answer is Nalanda. Nalanda was a world famous center of Buddhist learning from the 5th century Common Era. Students came from China, Tibet, Korea, and Southeast Asia. It offered diverse subjects including medicine, logic, and grammar. That's all for today. I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.